this was my 4th time being shut down by police officers, and like more happened with the park rangers. This is really how I make a living. And they just like shut me down.
My name is Kanami Kusajima, and I'm a street performer, mainly at Washington Square Park. This park is the place where like many artists are gathering and like the performers are performing. So I thought like, okay, so this place is gonna be the good start. I just started this painting and dancing combined together. On the first day of this performance, 2 people came up to me and they just started to cry in front of me, like, and told me that, like, thank you for doing this, and this is very powerful, and they really appreciate it. New Yorkers need art, you know, like they're really thirsty about performing arts. That moment was like the time when I decided to, like, solidly decided to do this like every day, because I need dance, I need the connection with humans, but also other people needed it, like much more than I've ever imagined. So if people also need it, I can come here every day. I was dancing, and around the end of the performance, this like elderly gentleman, he was watching me dancing, and like he was pushing the walker. He came up to me slowly and he told me that, you know what, I'm 90 years old, living here in New York City, and I've seen so many people just trying to be like someone else, but you were different, you were being you. And I was like, whoa, thank you so much, because if he's living in this world for like 90 years, like I bet like he experienced so many things, and still he thought that like what I was doing was unique. I really felt that, okay, so what I'm doing is not wrong. Sometimes like it's hard to maintain the confidence, you know, like kind of like doing my own things in my own way, and like there's no guidance anywhere else. Then like sometimes I kind of doubt myself, like, is this really right way to do this, or like is this really okay? In terms of the street performing, it's more about like how to respond to the community, how to respond to the people. Either way, that's gonna work as long as you pursue what is true to you as a dancer. So I started like the dance training when I was 6 years old in Japan. I came to New York to be in a dance department in college in 2016, and I graduated 2020, which was the pandemic year. So in total, it's been about like 18 years with dance. Whoa. Yeah, so most of my lifetime. Being a street performer was not my plan while I was in the dance school. My plan was auditioning for like dance companies or like dance projects, because that's how we are taught. If you want to be a professional dancer, you have to prepare a resume and like get the headshot, and like my way of thinking was very biased in that traditional way. To me, like physical expression through dance like helps me to express something I can't say in words. I think that I'm more true to myself when I dance, like instead of like speaking or like writing down the words, especially being here, because again, English is not my native language, and like sometimes I have hard time to like explain what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and what is on my mind in words, and like I sometimes really can't find the right words. If I can dance, I feel like I can pretty much express anything about myself.
Kanami performs up to 6 days a week and has become a favorite among those who visit the park. She was even featured on posters throughout the city commissioned by City Hall to promote the post-pandemic recovery. Despite all of this, police and park rangers continue to give her a hard time and have tried to shut her down because of her use of a small speaker.
They were insisting that, like, you know, like the little speaker right over here, is assumed as sound amplifier and I am not allowed to use because it's disturbing neighbors. They're using the rules, but like what they are trying to do is just like shutting down the artists. Like those authorities forgotten like the humanity, you know, like the human feelings and like real connections between us happening. Instead of enjoying those arts happening in this park, like they shut us down and crack us down, which is sad to see. Ultimately, it's not their fault, to be honest, because like they're just following their direction they received. I want to free those people as much as possible, so that's why I'm not stopping. And to be able to do that, like first of all, I have to be free so that I can free others. The happy moments, it's something inside of you, you know, like it's not something to be given. But because you don't have any space to find those moments, like the time is limited and like you have to wake up this time and like you have to work from this time to this time, and your mind doesn't have enough space to grab these moments. So if you have more space for that, I think people can be happy by finding those moments within yourself. I just want people to be happy. I don't know about like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, but I just love doing it.